Again, let me underline that data. Between 1994 and 2005, you actually had 66 total OBC classes. 66. Again, out of these, 54 were Hindus and 12 were Muslims. How is it suddenly that in 2010, first Buddhadev Bhattacharya brings in an additional number of communities, and of those, practically all of them, if we cut to 2010 and we see that figure, when Buddhadev Bhattacharya's government adds another 42 communities, 41 are Muslims. Then Mamata Banerjee comes in 2012 and she brings in 35, 34 are Muslims. So earlier you had, say, about 10% of the backward were Muslims. Now 99.9% were Muslims. Added to that, see this comment of Mamata Banerjee where she said, Riju Dutta, we will bring 99% of the Muslim community under the OBC category. So her intention at the beginning was that we want to declare all the Muslims are backward and we want to give them reservation. You can question the order, but can you question this data or the trend of this data that suddenly all the Muslims turned backward in West Bengal? All of them. Coincidentally, there's 26% of them across the state, which is a very hefty vote bank. Riju Dutta.
One by one, I will give you an answer. The problem why we don't want to listen or choose to listen to the BJP is because they come on national shows and make asinine and nonsensical comments.
Okay, please let's not use adjectives. You know, Mr. Datta, where this is going to go. No adjectives, no personal comments.
I am not.
Say what you will factually, but no asinine, idiot, stupid. Please, I'm requesting you. This is not that show. Go on, make a factual comment.
I have not. Listen, Padmaja, please don't patronize me. I have not used any unparliamentary remarks. Number one. Number two, it is very rich coming from the BJP talking about the Supreme Court when the Supreme Court gave the full power and control to the AAP government in Delhi. This BJP had to pass an ordinance in the parliament to somehow undermine the order of the Supreme Court. So please don't give us lecture about how much you respect the Supreme Court. Point number three, Narendra Modi 2 years ago on record has said, I categorically gave OBC reservation to 70 Muslim communities because they deserve it. Was it not based on religious lines? We have not given any reservation on religious lines. We have followed the Sachar Committee, which says Muslim needs reservation more than SCs and STs. The committee was formed by Upendra Vishwas. We have passed it in the assembly, in the cabinet. We have followed all rules and regulations and we are going to contest it. But please tell me, Padmaja, if we have given reservation to Muslims in the OBC category and we are wrong, then 2 years ago Narendra Modi in Gujarat said, I give reservation to 70 OBC categories because Muslims deserve it, and it was purely on religious lines.
Okay, I will put that to Praful Maitra. Why did you not go and petition against what Narendra Modi did in Gujarat? But before that, you are not entirely correct on the Sachar Committee report actually. Hold on a second. What is the data that the government of West Bengal actually depended on? 4 months of the recommendation and declaration of the first set of these classes as OBCs, the state procured and relied on an executive summary of the anthropology department of the University of Calcutta to subclassify the classes. The state must have known of the said study months earlier, as a study of this nature takes many months to prepare. Such a study itself was aimed at determining the reasons for the backwardness of the Muslim community in the state. I am reading from the judgment because the judgment is saying that one, you decided, it basically was reverse engineered. You basically said, we are going to give reservation to 99% of the Muslims. Then you said, hello anthropology department, give me some data. Then you bypassed the legislature. Answer me this, why did you bypass the legislature? You depended on some executive summary of the anthropology department and said, all Muslims are OBCs. Give all of them reservation. Bypass the legislature and gave all of them
You
reservation.
are reading from a biased, malafide judgment to peddle a BJP narrative. Please don't do it on your show.
Sir, you cannot choose which judgment I quote from. When I am quoting from a judgment that helps you, it becomes a good judgment. When a judgment is uncomfortable, it becomes a biased judgment and a BJP propaganda. That is not acceptable. Anyway, Prasood Mehta, on the factual point, why did you bypass the legislature, sir? I will come back and ask you that question.